What to wear for EDC since it's in October. List of must-haves for camping at EDC LV. Someone asked platform shoes. Help with anxiety being with so many people, my first EDC. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a Q&A for EDC Las Vegas as this festival is next week. So I am answering all of your guys' questions in hopes that you guys can get ready and get excited for EDC Las Vegas. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. I do have some questions that were submitted by my followers on Instagram. So if you want to go give me a follow over there at Vibe with 8, that would be awesome. You guys can see my EDC Las Vegas experience and whatnot. I will also link down below a bunch of tip videos I have about EDC Las Vegas, as well as some vlogs from years past, so definitely check those out. This will be my third EDC, so I went in 2017 and 2018, and now I'm back, baby, for 2021, and I'm super excited, and I will be vlogging this whole experience. So if you do like today's video and you want to see more EDC related content, definitely give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to vibe with me. We got a jam-packed video, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to read the questions up here, and we're just going to talk about it. First question we have, what to wear for EDC since it's in October? So I even checked out the forecast, and I know a bunch of people have this question. So that's like the hot topic because EDC is going to be more cooler weather than normal, which I'm actually really here for. I'm kind of here. I'm ready to get bundled up. I'm kind of excited about it. Right now, the forecast is currently looking like it's going to be in the 80s during the day and then the 50s at nighttime. So I definitely would recommend preparing for that. If you are not camping, I recommend maybe getting a locker. That way, if you want to wear like, you know, regular outfits and then you want to pack some leggings or a jacket, you can access it that way. Our group is camping, but we did get a locker just in case, you know, set conflicts don't allow us to go back to camp. We're going to bring in some jackets, some warmer clothes, stuff like that. So we did get a locker. It's $100 for the whole weekend, but if you split that between, you know, your group, that could definitely help. We split it between 4 people, so I know that that will help us a lot. So what I'm planning on wearing, I already have my outfits all picked out. I filmed this last week, and I loved my outfits last week, and I've had my outfits picked out since like May. And I was just looking at the pictures of them. I made the, like little mock-ups on Canva, and I just don't love them anymore. So I'm going to be refiguring out my outfits. But I'm definitely going for more warm, so we'll see what I come up with. What I'm thinking of doing is either adding on a fuzzy jacket of some sort at nighttime, and then maybe packing some joggers or something to throw on over. I might add some bell bottoms to one of the fits. We'll see. I have like a rotation of things. However, for me, it's mostly my upper body that just needs to be warm. So I am more worried about that. So I'm probably going to have more fuzzy jackets and stuff like that. If you don't have any fuzzy jackets at all, maybe look on Amazon and just get a quick one. There are brands that I normally would recommend that are small businesses. However, with the turnaround time that we have right now, might not be ideal, but definitely plan for the warm weather because it's probably going to get cold, especially if you're not used to it. As for shoes, I'm definitely going to wear comfortable shoes. I'm probably going to bring my running shoes, and then I don't know what other shoes I might bring. Maybe my Festy Bestie boots as well, but otherwise I'm probably going to stick with those 2 shoes. Also, because we're camping, I really can't bring a whole suitcase of things, so I'm kind of being a little bit conscientious of that. Someone asked list of must-haves for camping at EDC LV. So I've actually never camped at EDC Las Vegas. However, I'll just tell you what I'm planning to bring. I'm definitely going to plan to bring my own mirror, like a smaller mirror that I can have to be able to do my makeup, hair, stuff like that. And then I'm also going to bring a sleeping bag and smaller travel size pillows. And then we have these sleeping pads that you like blow air into it that you can put. So what my thinking is we'll have the sleep pads, then we'll have the sleeping bag, and then we'll have like a blanket or something else. Planning on bringing all of those items. And then I'm trying to think what else. I also have like an inflatable couch, so might bring that just so we could have something to sit on outside of camp maybe, or if we go to like the pool area or something, we have something to sit on. Probably will pack that because I usually bring that to other camping festivals. You'll definitely want to bring shower shoes and towel and stuff like that for the showers. I think the showers are 24/7 from what I've heard. Hoping that they are, because that would be really nice to shower after a long day at EDC. And I'm trying to think of what else, but I know my friend Emma, she did a camping checklist that I will link down below. I've done other videos on camping checklists that I will link. You just have to be mindful because you don't have to pack a tent and stuff like that, which is kind of nice when it comes to EDC. So that's just something to be aware about. But those are off the top of my head, some of my must-haves that I'm packing. Someone said how to buy shuttle passes and parking passes if they are sold out. I'm not too sure if they have an exchange available on EDC's website, but you might want to see if people are selling them. You could also look to Facebook group, Reddit pages and stuff like that to see if anyone is selling them. But if they don't have an official exchange, then I would probably try and go through Facebook groups, because people that are going to EDC are most likely going to be in those groups, and then Reddit potentially, just to make sure that you're getting from a trusted buyer and stuff like that. You could also message, front gate tickets if you are buying a shuttle pass or a parking pass, and try and compare like email confirmations too. I've heard people have had really good success in not getting scammed when doing that. Last minute fits, SOS. I have a whole video about what to wear to EDC that I will link up here. Because it's EDC, you can do a Halloween fit because it's like the weekend before EDC. Definitely wear something you're going to be comfortable in. You don't really have to go like all out or crazy. You can always accessorize too. I also have a video on how to recreate outfits from what you already own. I'll link that up here or down here just to give you some more ideas. Okay, so this girl asked, where are the lockers usually located? It looks like they're located by Rainbow Bridge and in between Base Pod and Wasteland. This was on the map in 2019. So it looks like it's right kind of in the middle of everything, which is really nice. I don't know if they have 2 locations, but I think they just have 1 location for the lockers. Another girl asked, do they have lockers? LL had them and it was a game changer to bring warm clothes. Yep, definitely utilize those lockers. I would book it now if you haven't yet. And the next question we have, what's a stage you want to spend more time at this year? Honestly, now that I'm more into techno and like melodic techno and melodic house and stuff, I'm going to probably be at Neon Garden a lot more. I've definitely had my fair share of time at Cosmic Meadow and Circuit Grounds, Connecticut Field, Base Pod from time to time, but like Neon Garden, I haven't spent that much time in, and that was in 2017 and 2018 when my music tastes were very different. So I definitely would love to be at Neon Garden. My friend Erin, do people actually sleep at Camp EDC? I've heard, so the rumor is that people actually can get some sleep. I'm actually excited. I feel like there's a time period that you can actually get some sleep at, and you can also take naps. You have the luxury of that, and you don't have to wait for like shuttles or Ubers or anything like that. So I'm pumped about that. Someone asked, are there bathrooms on the shuttles? I think they do have bathrooms on the shuttles, but I don't think you're able to use them depending. I don't know if that's different for the VIP shuttles, but I remember that there is a bathroom on there, but not very many people use it, or it can't be used at all. Might just depend. First EDC, what cute warm attire and hairstyles do you suggest for the windy weather? I recommend just getting braids done, honestly. I'm going to get braids done on Friday. That way I have them Friday and Saturday. I'm also camping, so it just helps to have my hair kind of kept and away from my face and stuff. So definitely look at that. Hannah Raves on TikTok, one of my girls. I love her. I can't wait to meet her one day. She also does a lot of cute braid styles on her TikTok page that you can look to her for inspo. I'll put one up here. If like your bangs bother you or your hair bothers you, if you have long hair or anything like that, just try and do some braids or something. You can get braids done. I'm doing mine through Squad Goals Beauty, which is in Camp EDC, but there might be other people doing braid appointments and stuff. Like Relita Couture might have some, Haley K Hair or Get Braidified are some other ones. Or you might just have to look on Instagram or Reddit to see if there are any other braiders available. Someone asked, platform shoes. I mean, if you get a locker, you could probably do platform shoes. It's a lot of walking for a lot of hours, so I personally recommend not doing platform shoes unless you get a locker and you can swap out shoes. But I don't think I'm packing any just because they're so bulky, but I mean, you could get away with it. I've seen people get away with it. It's all flat terrain except for like going up and down the bleachers and stuff and the grass at Cosmic Meadow. But otherwise, it's not too bad. But it's just such a long night that I probably wouldn't do it unless I had a locker to swap out shoes. Help with anxiety being with so many people, my first EDC. Honestly, just do your level of comfortability being around so many people. Like, you don't have to be all up in the crowd. Like, you can have a really good spot and still see the artist and the visuals and then get the sound and everything like that. So really just go at your own pace, you know, and just ease into the festival, and you'll start to get more and more comfortable with how many people there are. But definitely just like take your own time. And if it stresses you out, like having to navigate away from the crowd to go to another set, maybe leave the set a couple minutes early just to kind of beat out the traffic and stuff like that. I know that's when I kind of get overwhelmed, when everyone's trying to leave at once. So maybe just leave a little bit early. I always still bring a fan and stuff just to say excuse me, because people are really nice when you're parting the crowd and stuff. Just go at your own pace, take your time, and if you need to take breaks and like take a breather and stuff, definitely do that. Someone asked, are you going? Yes, I will be at EDC. Hello. All right, we got the last couple of questions here. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment them down below. Next question we have is how to keep your phone from being stolen or things being stolen. So this is the exact reason why I switched over to having a lunchbox. So I have the lunchbox hydration pack. I think they are still on back order and you can get pre-order. I don't know if they'll be in by EDC. And they also have fanny packs that are also really great anti-theft fanny packs. I think those are also sold out or on back order. You might have to double check on that, but that is why I love those products because it makes it really difficult for anyone to get into those things. If you do not have an anti-theft, fanny pack or hydration pack or anything like that, then I would recommend making it really difficult for people to get things. So I used to have other hydration packs where I would put my wallet and my keys in the most hard to reach places. So that way people would really have to dig to find it, and I'm talking about the bottomest pocket, putting it under a pashmina, putting all these things to make it really difficult. Don't put your phone on the outer pocket of your fanny pack or the outer pocket of your hydration pack. People will get to that, That is one way of doing it. I've just always held on to my phone. My phone is always in my hand. I know people can easily snatch it that way, but phone is always in my hand. If you wanted to, you could get a case that has a wristlet or something. That way you could have it attached to your wrist. That way if someone tries to grab it, can do that. You can get a fanny pack where you're able to put things, in a pocket that's closest to you or something along those lines. Just really be aware of your surroundings and just if you have items that you're worried about, just be constantly checking those items. Make sure you back up your phone just in case so you don't lose everything before the festival. Bring things that are really only necessary to bring in. If you're only using one debit card or one credit card or something, only bring those in and your ID. Otherwise, leave everything else at home. That way you don't have to worry about it. Just try and do your best to be aware about it and set yourself up for success, and don't get lazy with your possessions. The moment you get lazy is the moment that you can potentially get your stuff stolen. How will call work? So typically they have one location outside of the festival and kind of outside of the strip that you can go to get your tickets. I had to do this one year where I had to swap out my wristband because someone stole my wristband code and was trying to steal my wristband with it. We went to this offsite location and we were able to just walk up. They had different sections and stuff for what you wanted. And then you were able to get what you needed, like your wristband or other things at that location. I don't know where it's at. You might want to look it up on the website just to be sure, but it's pretty easy and they have a lot of hours and days that they're open before the festival so that you can get situated. And then advice for taking the shuttles. Oh, I stopped taking the shuttle after 2017. I will never take those shuttles again because it's just so rough. What I will say is if you have an artist that you want to see, say you have an artist that you want to see right at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I would probably try to go to the first shuttle that's available on day one, just so that way you can get a lay of the land of where the shuttle stop is and you're in line and everything like that. If you have someone you want to see at 8 o'clock, do not get on the 7 o'clock shuttle. You want to get on the 6 o'clock or the 5 o'clock shuttle. I don't remember what the hours are, but they're usually going pretty routinely. So I would get to the shuttle stop even earlier than that because, when you show up right at that time, there's going to be a bunch of other people that show up right at that time or showed up earlier. So you're really going to want to plan ahead, and it sucks because you're going to get home at 8 or 9 a.m. if you stay the full time. You're maybe going to get 5 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep, have to wake up, eat, get ready, do it all over again. So you're really going to have to plan ahead if you want to avoid getting home at 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m., then maybe leave a little bit earlier than when the festival ends. So if the festival ends at, I can't remember if it's 5 or 6 a.m., then leave maybe 30 minutes before the official end of the festival just to beat out the lines and traffic. Really just going to have to plan ahead and try it out the first day of going a couple of hours before the sets you want to see and then see how that goes and then adjust for the rest of the days. That's just from my experience in 2017. We learned the hard way to just get there early so that you could get to the festival when you wanted to and you feel like you don't have to rush. All right. Someone asked, have you been RV camping? Do you have any tips on this? I actually have not been RV camping. Never done that before. So good luck on that and let me know how it goes. Last question I have is how to avoid WOOC flu. So it was actually after EDC 2018. I got so sick and I was like, was that worth it? And it was worth it. It was worth it. I was being dramatic. But the best way I will say is in the days leading up to the festival is your best way to build up your immunity. Prioritizing your sleep, eating healthy meals, staying active, getting some vitamin D, taking your supplements, whether it's vitamin C, stuff like that is really going to help, making sure that you're staying hydrated. All of that really contributes to a very healthy immune system. So you're going to want to do that leading up to the festival. You know, from the moment you're watching this video, if you haven't been doing that stuff, start doing that stuff to really help your immune system be really good to go for the event. During the event, what I'm going to recommend is try to get as much sleep as possible, which I know is so hard, but you're going to want to try and get as much sleep as possible, because if you are like, when you don't get enough sleep, your immunity is already going down. So you really want to make sure you're trying to get as much sleep as possible. You need to be eating full meals inside of the festival and outside of the festival. I'm sick and tired of hearing the one chicken tender jargon that keeps going around. You need to be eating full meals. You need the chicken tenders and the fries. You know, you need all of that. If you happen to get some more healthier meals outside of the festival, that's even great. You know, just making sure that you are getting really full and balanced meals can really help beat the look flu. Obviously, you know, we're going to be in some close quarters with people. If you want to wear a mask, I definitely recommend it. I should have worn a mask because it was so windy in 2018. It will probably be windy this year, so definitely have a mask. You already have a mask anyway, so you might as well wear it, especially during windy times or if you're in close quarters with people and stuff like that. That will really help, on top of not sharing things. So whether you want to share your vape, share your water, share your drinks, don't share it with people and you don't get sick. Simple as that. I know it can be hard. We all want to be generous. We want to share these things, but also just be smart about it and have some hand sanitizer handy. If you get candy, maybe just rub it down with some hand sanitizer and stuff and desanitize it and whatnot. But yeah, that's probably my best tips. And then after the festival, sleep as much as possible to get your sleep schedule back on track when you get back. And just ease back into working out, eat really good healthy meals. Don't like double down on fried foods and junk food and fast food and stuff after the festival. Like really try and eat healthy and balanced meals so that you feel good and your body can recover really greatly and you won't get sick after the festival. Some other supplements that really help. I take vitamin C, I take vitamin D, I have magnesium. Echinacea is also a really good one. I've heard people talk about ginger. Garlic supplements, stuff like that can also really help. I also am an ambassador for Raverade. So it's like a hydration stick that's really great. It has a bunch of immunity boosters, hydration boosters, neuroprotectants, stuff like that. I'm an ambassador for them, so I will link them down below. You can use Vibe with Aid, and you can have that before, during, and after the festival, and you'll feel so great. I've used it during a festival weekend, during show weekends, and I will never live without it because it's the best. I like it so much better compared to some other brands. So that is some self promo there that I will end on. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to comment it down below. I am so excited to go back to the Electric Sky. There will definitely be some meetups going on, so stay tuned. You can follow me on social media at Vibe with Aid to stay tuned to all of that. But I hope you guys have the most amazing time under the electric sky. If you did like today's video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button to vibe with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.